Title: The Second Leash: How Modern Life Hijacked Your Strength. If I told you your weakness isn't an accident, that your low energy, soft body, and constant cravings were engineered by people who profit from you staying this way, would you still call it just getting older? Men today aren't just unfit. We're being tamed. This is the second leash in the domestication of men: how modern life quietly hijacked your strength, and how to take it back stoically. So let's make this concrete. Because your great-grandfather was not counting steps, tracking macros, or watching fitness influencers on a screen. He worked, he lifted, he carried. Farm work, factory work, building things. Real-world effort that built real-world men. The average man 100 years ago didn't get his steps in. He walked to work in bad weather, sometimes miles each way. He didn't optimize his workout. He lifted hay bales, carried sacks of grain, dragged timber, pushed wheelbarrows, split wood until his hands bled. He didn't count reps. He worked until the job was done, whether that took 2 hours or 12. Physical strength wasn't a hobby. It was survival. It was normal. And here's the part modern men don't want to hear. Your great-grandfather probably ate more meat, more fat, more calories than most health advice would allow today. But he used it every single day. No smartwatch, no app, no pre-workout, just work. Now compare that to you and me today. You pay to go to a gym to lift carefully calibrated weights for 45 minutes after sitting for 8 to 10 hours. You burn 300 calories on a treadmill, then eat 800 calories of engineered food that never existed in nature. Look at the system honestly. The food industry is not designed to nourish you. It's designed to hook you. Hyper-palatable, high-calorie, low-nutrient products that light up your brain and leave your body starving for real nutrition. You crash, you crave, you repeat. They profit. Work culture pins you to a chair, keyboard, screen, meetings. The hardest thing you lift is your phone. You're exhausted, but not from real effort. From mental noise and physical stagnation. The entertainment complex keeps you seated and scrolling. Short videos, quick hits, a constant drip of dopamine with zero demand on your muscles, lungs, or heart. And the wellness industry sells you band-aids, powders, pills, programs, shortcuts, always optimizing, rarely strengthening. Notice what all of this has in common. It keeps you comfortable, keeps you dependent, keeps you buying, and keeps you weak. A domesticated man is predictable and profitable, but a strong, self-reliant man? Much harder to control. The Stoics understood this connection between body, mind, and freedom. Marcus Aurelius trained his body and his character under military conditions. Cold, fatigue, discomfort, not as punishments, but as teachers. He knew, if you can't endure physical hardship, you will fold under mental hardship. Epictetus was a slave. He had no control over his environment, but he controlled his response to it. That level of inner strength is hard to build in a life padded by comfort. Seneca wrote, "We should set aside a certain number of days, during which we shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to ourselves the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" That is deliberate hardship, on purpose, to prove to yourself that you are stronger than your cravings, your comforts, and your fears. Your body is not separate from your philosophy. If your body is constantly tired, heavy, and dulled, it is much easier for the world to think for you. Modern culture sells you two false extremes. On one side, the aesthetic-only man, all mirror, no purpose, looks strong, lives weak. On the other, the intellectual-only man, all brain, no body, thinks deeply, collapses easily. The Stoic answer is different. Strength is capability in service of virtue. You build your body so you can carry responsibility, so you can protect, provide, endure, and serve. So when life hits you, you don't break. That's the standard. You don't need to move to a farm. You don't need a perfect program. You need to start cutting the leash with small, deliberate acts of strength. Phase 1. Notice the domestication. For the next 3 days, just observe. How often do you choose the elevator over stairs? How much of your day is sitting? How much of your hunger is actually boredom? Don't judge, just see clearly. Phase 2. Add honest effort. Daily. Walk 20-30 minutes. No phone. Just you and your thoughts. Do simple, real movements. Push-ups, squats, carrying heavy things. Not to build the perfect body, but to rebuild trust with your body. Phase 3. Reclaim your food. Pick one thing to cut for a week. Sugary drinks, late-night junk, constant snacking. Not as punishment, but as a statement. I decide what goes into my body, not the algorithm. Phase 4. Embrace chosen discomfort. Once a week, do something hard on purpose. A long hike, a tough workout, manual labor, cold exposure. Then afterward, ask yourself, is this the condition that I feared? You're training your nervous system to stop panicking at hardship and start respecting it. Every woman watching this knows this problem. Where are the real men? Not the men flexing on social media. Not the men endlessly debating masculinity. Not the men numbed by screens and snacks. Real men. Men who can lift, who can walk, who can work, who can protect, who can provide. Quietly, consistently, reliably. Stoic men. The kind your great-grandfather would have recognized instantly. You were not born to be a well-fed house pet for modern systems. You were born to be dangerous and disciplined. A man who can endure, decide, and act. So cut the second leash. Reclaim your strength. Make your body a servant to your character, not a cage for your potential. Because the world doesn't just need more opinions about masculinity, it needs more men strong enough to live it. Subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell for the next episode. Thanks for being here with the Stoic Quotient.